The life of Shoko Tendo, the daughter of one of the dominant Yakuza members, is full of the most painful and difficult events. However, by her example, this fragile woman proved that everything is possible if you do not give up and do not give up. Yakuza is a traditional form of organized crime in Japan. When it comes to such groups, the Italian Mafia usually comes to mind with its strict patriarchal laws and a special code of honor, for violation of which each member of the family is severely punished. And this analogy is quite true. However, it may seem that the Italians are somewhat simpler and, let's say, more painless. Extortion, murder, pimping, racketeering, drug trafficking, financial fraud, human trafficking. All this is usually done by gangster gangs in Japan. This is exactly what the heroine of our material, Shoko Tendo, has been observing since childhood, who, after going through many difficult trials that left serious scars not only on her heart, but also on her body, managed to break with the Yakuza and start life from scratch. Yoko was born in Osaka in the winter of 1968 and became the third child in the family of Hiroyashi, her father, and mother Satomi Tendo. She had an older brother, Daiki, with an age difference of 12 years, as well as a sister, Maki, 2 years older. 5 years after the appearance of our heroine, her mother gave birth to the youngest girl, Natsuki, whom everyone called Nechan. Shoko's father belonged to one of the largest modern Yakuza groups, Yamaguchi-gumi, which at that time was actively developing its activities in Osaka. Being one of the most senior members of the gang, Hiroyashi made excellent money, so his whole family lived in a luxurious house with double-leaf iron gates. Each child had his own room, which is a special chic for Japan, where it is customary to save not just a meter, but a centimeter. Add to this 2 impressive rooms in the traditional Japanese style, the floors of which were covered with tatami, woven mats, which cover the floors in Japanese houses. However, immediately after the girl went to the first grade, she realized that not everyone is ready to accept her for who she is. At school, Shoko was constantly teased because she was the daughter of a bandit. Being among classmates turned out to be unbearable for a little sensitive girl with poor health. On a nervous basis, she was often ill. At one of these moments in Shoko's life, an episode occurred that she will remember with disgust in adulthood. One day, a colleague of her father named Mizuguchi, who regularly appeared in their house, noticed that the weak and sickly girl was lying all alone. He came up to her and said, "Shoko-chan, you're already such a big girl. Day by day you're getting prettier and prettier." After that, the man tried to kiss Shoko, but she began to fight back and barely escaped from his embrace. Just a few days later, Mizuguchi was arrested for drug trafficking. At some point, Hiroyashi's affairs began to deteriorate. He spent almost all his time at work and returned home after midnight, and almost always dead drunk. He was brought from entertainment establishments by 2 young girls, and not at all shy, handed over to the mother of Shoko. Such evenings ended with Hiroyashi smashing the furniture in the house in a fit of rage. His wife tried to clean up, but it was not possible to completely hide the traces of her husband's rampage. On such evenings, Shoko and her younger sister Natsuki slept together on a futon. The girl was afraid of her father's attacks of aggression, but she could not hate him, so all she had to do was wait out such moments in the hope that soon Dad's affairs would go uphill again, and he would stop drinking. Soon the girl met one of her father's former colleagues, a loan shark named Majima. He, not for free, of course, helped Hiroyashi and soon set his eyes on his daughter. Majima told the young girl that without his assistance, her father would suffer a sad fate. Then Shoko agreed to all his conditions. She had sex with him almost regularly while under the influence of drugs. After that, she got a job in a small bar not far from home. There she met a guy named Sin. Despite the fact that he was married, Shoko immediately fell in love and began to avoid forced meetings with Majima. However, he was not going to let her go at all. In 2005, she gave birth to Komachi's daughter by a photographer, with whom she later separated. In various interviews, Shoko has repeatedly said that she will do everything possible so that her girl will never have to go through the trials that filled her childhood and youth.